Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 9 of Glue, Giggles, and Girl Talk. I'll give you guys a few minutes to jump on. I'm just going to also make sure that my streaming to my group is going okay. Hello there, Jan and Angie. I haven't talked to you in forever. Hope you are doing well. It's good to see that my video is working there. And let me just check my page real quick. Some of the comments I can see, like the things on my group page, for some reason, are not coming up in my program like I'd like to see it. But that's okay. I will jump back and forth here and see who's here. And if I miss your comment, I will answer it after the live. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started today. I have a really cute project for you. I do an in-person club, and this is one of my club cards. Now, next week, I'm going to share with you a card class that I will be offering to you both online or in person. And it'll be a Christmas card class. That could be easily converted to a birthday class. I know a lot of people this year, I don't know if you guys have been experiencing it, but a lot of people have been talking about not sending Christmas cards, and it blows my mind due to the cost of postage. And I think, what's the easiest way to give somebody a gift for an inexpensive amount of money? I mean, less than $2 in most cases. To send a card to somebody, to lift them up, to let them know that you're thinking of them during this holiday season. So I hope that people change their mindset. I know postage is high, just like everything else is. Eggs are high, gas is high, everything's high. But we can't stop doing things that bring joy to people. So I hope that you will consider sending out some cards. And I hope you continue to send birthday cards. I love getting birthday cards in the mail. Now, granted, my birthday was in July, so I have a long time to go. But I love getting cards. I recently, my uncle had passed away, and I received a card from my friend Jackie, who comes to a lot of my classes. And this card is beautiful. I might have it. Let me see. I might have it right here on my desk. I do. I'll show you guys. Look at this beautiful card. And I think it's backwards. I'll turn you down here in a minute and I'll show it to you. But it's a gorgeous card, and what she wrote in the inside was so meaningful, and it showed me her heart. And it made me feel better because she was sharing with me her experience. So please continue to send cards. A couple other housekeeping type things today. Then maybe we'll get some giggles. I don't know. The sign up special is only going through tomorrow. So if you have not taken advantage of this wonderful special, I would highly encourage you. I have never seen a special like this with Stampin' Up. For those of you that do not know, you can choose what type of kit you want. So you can get a starter kit. The one that I would recommend is the $35 one. You pay $35. You get to pick out $125 in product. You get free shipping. You get a paper pumpkin, which I love those. You saw my live last week. So you get a paper pumpkin, which pretty much the paper pumpkin. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? The paper pumpkin is almost the cost of the kit if you had to buy it outright. So take advantage of that. We have built our team. We do fun team things. We have team meetings every single month. We go and do different things at different retreat houses, and we hold Saturday events where you can come and play and craft along with your teammates. Please consider it. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Even if you never do anything more with it, Stampin' Up! Does not scold you for not meeting quarterly minimums. Now, granted, they would like to. They'd like to have you meet quarterly minimums, which is $300 a quarter, which is once you take your discount, which you get a discount every product you order. you get at least 20% off. It's like having your own virtual coupon whenever you need it. And you can still earn your rewards. So please consider that. You only have a couple days left. If you need help with it, let me know. And I will walk you through step by step. It's very, very easy. Okay, so that was one thing that I wanted to mention to you. The other thing, you may have saw my post about the Cozy Christmas Craft Along. And let me just tell you a little bit about that. I have partnered with Jen Chow and Ro Masario. And Ro, I hope I didn't say your name wrong again. Please forgive me if I did. We put together 12 amazing projects for you. You get a PDF tutorial. You get a video for each project showing you how to put it together. And you get a box full of goodies. You get a couple different designer series papers, a half a package of each. You get twine, you get an embellishment, you get the pre-cut cardstock, and everything's ready for you. You just have to have the bundles that we're using. And one of the bundles we're using is Festive Friends. So I thought you can check out different projects in the reel that I have here on my Facebook group. But I want to show you a couple of them because these are kind of unique. So let me grab this one. I lost my bow on here. This is one of the projects that I made. And you can use it as a door hanger, or you can hook it to the fireplace hook, kind of like a little miniature stocking. But it's a bag on the top here, and then you flip it up, you have another bag, then you flip it up and you have another bag. So there's 3 different size bags here, and they'll hold different things. These would be great for Secret Santa. If you have Secret Santa gifts that you do at work, this would be perfect. Another project that I did is this, and let me flip you down because then you can see it better. This is a box in a box, and you create this little frame that you can use to put a picture or little things in it afterwards, little knickknacks. But the box is going to hold candy, and it slides in and out. And then another one of my projects is a simple card, and you just open it like this. It's very cute, using Festive Friends. And this ships out the week of the 21st of November. And this is another one of my cards. I just love this one. It's so festive to me. It reminds me of Santa meeting up with all of his elves, and he's getting ready to pack the sleigh to deliver all the toys to all the kids. So I think this is very cute too. So those are some of my projects. I will also be showing some of Jen and Ro's projects, and I know you're just going to absolutely love them too. So if you want that, I would suggest ordering it relatively quickly. The link is on my Facebook site, and if you're on my email list, you've probably been hit with a couple emails by now. But the projects, they're all amazing. There's different fun folds in there. There's other 3D projects. There's a really cute ornament. They're just amazing projects, and I love working with these ladies. Okay, now for today, I have another cute card to share with you. And this is 2 of my favorite stamp sets, and I think they're kind of sleepers, are the Delicate Pines and the Branching Out. I'm going to turn my camera down again. I'm going to show you. Come on, camera, get there. Okay, so you would never think of putting these 2 things together, but they really go very well together, because on this one, you have all the little branches and pines, and on this one, believe it or not, there's a really cute pine branch here, and these 2 little, I don't know, they look like floral decor, and then you got a little branch here, and then your pine cone. But you can also use the edge of the snowflakes to decorate with pine cones, and then you have this little swag here with pines. So these 2 sets work very well together. So let's take a look at the card that I'm going to make for you today. This is the card. Isn't that just stunning? Now, there's a couple different techniques I use in here. You'll see the branching out. I use the branching out labels here for the two pieces here. I use the little sprig of greenery, I guess you could call it. And then these pine cones actually come out of the Delicate Pine set. And I just put the gold behind them, really, it gave it a further accent. But this card, I did this at my card club last night, and the group loved it. We also did this card here last night as one of our cards as well. And this was a lot of fun because you can make your snowflake however fluffy you want it to be. You can raise it up on dimensionals like this one. I mean, if I show you, you can see it has several layers of dimensionals. So we made this card as well last night. Little stylish shapes in there. I love stylish shapes, as you know. But there's a couple different techniques. You'll notice that on this one here, there's a lot of speckles of brown. And you'll also see craft ink on this one because I wanted to have some of the branches look like they're snow. And I hope you guys can see them on there. Hello, Christy. Good morning. And this one, we used a Wink of Stella. Look at all that sparkle. And we just splattered Wink of Stella. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And then we also took the Wink of Stella. And while the ink's a little damp, not completely, but we went across it. And it brings out the lighter blue that's around the snowflake to give it kind of like that cold look. So I'm going to show you how to make this card right now. And if we have time, I might get to the other one. All right, so grab some cardstock. You are going to need a 5.5 by 8.5 scored. You are going to need a 5 1/4 by 4. You're going to need the two smallest labels. The smallest one is the crumb cake, and then the early espresso is the next size. We, of course, need a piece for our inside. You need a branch, and you need your pine cones. Now, all this is pre-cut, so I don't have to worry about it. Now, I will say this. The Delicate Pines paper, if you love these two stamp sets or bundles, I would recommend you getting the Delicate Pines. It is absolutely stunning. The pictures in the catalog don't even do it justice. And if I can find my pack here, I will pull it out for you. Okay, so we're going to start by doing this outside crumb cake piece. So let me just grab this here. And I got to find my stamps. Let me grab this. We're going to use the Winter Pines. And we are going to use this pine branch. And let's see if it'll fit on this block. And it will. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to stamp. Let me pull this back out so you can see it. I'm going to stamp this brown espresso ink first. And I probably should have had something on my table, but that's okay. It'll wipe off. Time for a new one. Okay. So, and you can kind of turn this however you want. And I am going to grab a piece of scrap here because I know that I'm going to have this all over my desk because I really like to go off of the page a little bit because I think it makes it look more realistic. And there's no right or wrong. Everybody's card looked a little different with this based on the way that you turned your stamps. Oops, and I mucked that one up a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to cover it up anyway. And I should have my mat, and I don't. That's all right. We'll make it work here. I think I left it on another table last night. I'm looking around, seeing if it's close by where I could grab it. And this one I'm just going to make come off of here just a little bit. All right. So that's that later. Then I'm going to clean this. And we're going to come in with crumb cake. Let me close this up before I end it end up with it all over. So here's a funny story for you. Because, I always try to give you one good laugh for the day. So my friend Chris, I've been friends with her for a long time. She comes to my club. And she brings a new friend with her, which I love. And we're talking and everything. And she reaches across the table. She goes, I just have to do this. And I'm thinking, and she's going for my face. And I'm like, what is she doing, right? She goes, I've got to fix your eyebrow. She says, your eyebrow right now, you look like Grinch. And I started laughing. I go, well, I've told you the story about my eyebrow, right? And she goes, I don't remember it. And I said, well, let me tell you the story about my eyebrow. And you guys might have heard this before. If you did, disregard it and just go with the flow here. If you didn't, you're probably going to get a pretty good laugh out of it. So one day, when you pluck your eyebrows, it hurts so bad. And I didn't really have a wonderful hairdresser at the time. Now I have a fabulous hairdresser. And so I was in the bathroom and I was plucking these hairs out of my eyebrows and it hurts. I mean, my eyes are watered and I'm like, this is just wrong. So I went and got one of those little power tools, that you can use to kind of, I think my husband uses it maybe on his mustache or goatee or whatever. But anyhow, I decide I'm going to do that. Now the kids were younger at the time. Emily comes into the bathroom and she does something and I go to look, but I did not move my hand away from my eyebrow. And when I did, I sliced half of my eyebrow off. And that's no joke. My eyebrow was half gone. So now, and I'll put it back to my face so you can see my eyebrow. It's this eyebrow. See, look at it. It sticks up. There's nothing I can do about it. It used to be about this long for a while, and I had to pencil in the rest of it. Now the hairs have grown into this eyebrow, and they just stick up. They're like really coarse hairs. And my daughter, finally, I use Mary Kay color thing on it, and that's great now, but it still doesn't hold the hair down. So my daughter says, hey, Mom, come in here. I got some stuff for you. And so she finally found me something that works. It's almost like a gel, and it holds your eyebrows in place. Now, granted, I didn't use it today, but it really works good. And it's clear. You can't even see it. So that's the story of the eyebrow. I hope you got a little humor in that. And I'm just coming in with crumb cake here to fill in around. And again, you can go over top of this. This is a lighter color. My crumb cake ink pad needs to be a little bit re-inked here, but this is okay. It's still looking really good. Turn it like this. Get a couple bottom ones in here. Okay, that looks pretty good. So this is what we have so far. You can see the light and the dark. Now, I'm going to clean this one more time. And we're going to use the craft ink. Now, some people don't like the craft. I love craft. I love it better than the opaque inks. The craft ink pad, this craft ink pad is very, very old. But it still works. I just keep refilling it. Anyhow, you have to let this dry. Because if you don't, it will smear or it will get on something else. So just keep that in mind. Oh, come on, ink pad. That seems like it's not working right, but it's backwards. All right, so, and you can see mine's well used. It kind of looks kind of nasty. I probably need to invest in a new one. But you're just going to come in here. You're going to pick up the white. And the purpose of this is to add like a little bit of the snowy branches. And you can see the white coming on here pretty good. And I just go right over top of the other ones because these are all different tones and they're gonna show through. Sorry, I really have to tap this to get some ink out of it. The girls used it quite nicely last night. noisy this morning. And we'll do one more. Maybe one little one right here. Okay, so now we have, look at that. Isn't that just amazing? Hope you guys can see that. You can see the white there really well. All right, so now we're going to take our, and since we don't have early espresso blends, I like to use the SU100 marker. And I'm going to go ahead and we are going to, this is where it gets a little messy. We were splattering shit everywhere last night. Oh, it's crap. Sorry. Didn't mean to say the S word. I can't believe it just came out of my... I owe John $1. Yes. All right. So you just take your blends and you have to use something kind of hard. And I have an old bone folder that actually works better than this good bone folder, but... And I also found if you kind of angle it down too, you get a little bit more splatter. Oh, and that's because I'm not using the brush end. Duh! You want to use the brush end, folks, not the pointy end. I was like, God, that looks different to me. Now you'll see the action. Look at this. I was working overtime trying to get you some speckles here. I thought, wouldn't this be a great way to do Easter eggs at Easter? Put the little flecking on the eggs. Okay. That is that. I love doing this. Then I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, my Wink of Stella I didn't bring over. Let me grab it real quick. Then I want to add a little bit of sparkle to this. I have a couple of Wink of Stellas because we went through quite a bit last night. We finished up one of my old ones. And the caps were being intertwined. This is my new one. I just had to check. All right. So then we do the same thing with Wink. And I like to angle it down. You can see some of the really pretty sparkle stuff coming on here. And the Wink of Stella, I would not wait on ordering that. If you don't have one, around Christmas time, they go very quickly. So now you can see, look at all the sparkle. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Then we're going to work on this piece right here. We're going to grab our little pine cones. Now, there's really a couple different pine cones you can use for this. There is the pine cone here in Delicate Pines. And there's also the pine cones here in Branching Out. So you have two different looks. It depends if you want to see more realistic or if you want to see, I guess, not as much detail. I use the Branching Out dies in this one. So on this one, I will use the Delicate pine cone so you can see it. Okay, and I gotta find my brown, or my, oh, and that's not the right color. Oh, here's my Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to just kind of lay this out where I want it because that is going to make it dependent on where I put my pine cones and stuff, okay? I'm going to grab my Early Espresso ink here. And I'm going to put these, one right there. And I'm going to grab my sentiment real quick because I want to make sure I have enough room for it before I decorate this all up with all these pine cones. And you never know, I may want to put a sentiment something around my sentiment, I was going to say. Put that right there. Coming along nicely. Now we can go back and put a few more pine cones on. So I might want one. Let's see, I might want one right here. Do this a little bit different. All right, let me put the big pine cones together now. Okay. Let's see. Let me grab my Take Your Pick tool. Everybody was floored last night with the Take Your Pick tool brush. If you don't have this, this is an item that is easily missed in the catalog too. Love my brush on here because when I'm running the dies through, I can just roll them out, which makes it really nice. Let me grab my green glue because you guys know I love my green glue. Let me push some of this stuff off my desk. I got like a little mess going on here. Sorry about that. Too many things in the fire this morning. Come on, glue. I left my cap off. It's a no-no. Let me see if my other bottle here will work. Can't have enough green glue, right? All right, and I'm going to put this on just like this. Okay, and then we're going to put our pine cones together. And I do have a few pieces on this one that just need to be poked out real easy. And typically I'll take like a little sponge and put it on. I'm just going to rub it real lightly across here and I think I'll be all right. And take one of my little gold pieces. Put this on just like this. And then I'm going to grab a dimensional. Now my hands have glue on them. Wouldn't be a good craft session without a little bit of glue. I think I'm going to put that one just like that. Whoops, my glue hasn't settled yet. There we go. I'm going to do the same with, oops, I had an extra one in there. With the other pine cone. These pine cones just themselves, I just think are so beautiful. Put a little gold or silver behind it. You're golden. Ha 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 ha. Hello, Miss Arlena. How are you doing today? Arlena planned the most beautiful baby shower. It was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And the food, they made homemade soups. They did a soup flight. It was incredible. Incredible. And her daughter looks so cute. And I got to meet her other daughters. Very nice ladies. We had a good time. All right, now I'm going to put this one right here like that. And I think I'm only going to put the 2 pine cones on this one. I really like that. So I'll put some glue on here like this. Just like that. I tell you, I have made so many incredible friends with my stamping business. Now, we do have to fleck this, so we're not going to put that on yet. I'm going to take this piece, which is now dry, and I'm just going to put it on I almost did it at Ethel. We call it an Ethel because we had a friend, Ethel, And she used to come to our stuff, and she would put her cards together, sometimes a little cattywampus, and they'd be backwards, upside down, and we laugh at it afterwards. So we called them an Ethel when we did that. I'm going to set that aside for a minute, and I'm going to bring back my little flecker. I better be careful with that. All right. I'm going to give that a little zhuzh there, as my friend Cheryl would say. And I'm going to add a little bit of Winkostella. Let me get a little wink going here. This one might be almost dead. Let me try my other one. We use the pants off of these things. I like to get it just on these little pine cones up here. Get a little bit more sparkle in the branches. All right. Now we're ready to put this on. I can take my, look at how pretty my paper is now. I can take this, we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. So what are you guys doing exciting? You're loving my card, Arlena? Good, I'm glad. I love these dies. Hello, Mary Jean. I love the picture of the grands. They were so cute. She has new grandbaby. And her other grandbaby was looking at the baby going, like, can't you get up and play? They're both adorable. Okay, and then we're going to stick this down in here like this. Try to get it as straight as possible. For some reason, when I don't have my head in there, it's hard to figure out if you're straight. Let me just lay this like this. All right, I think we're okay. Now, you know, I think we need a few pine cones off to the side here, so I'm going to come in. I didn't do that on this one here, but I think we're going to add a few. I think it'll look pretty neat. Now you could also do some pine branches in like Mossy Meadow on here, and that would look pretty good too. I'm just going to add a few. I love this detailed one. I'll put another one there because I got like a little cluster going on. And we'll put one, we'll hang this one down. So what do you guys think? Do you like it with the pine cones on there? Which do you like? Do you like the more detailed pine cones and having the pine cones around the card? Or do you like the more simplified pine cones from the branching out and no pine cones around the edge? Which do you like better? All right, now one last thing. We have to put some jemmies on there. Let me grab those. They're somewhere on my desk here. I had them out and ready to go this morning. I may have moved them to a different spot here as I was shuffling things around on my desk. There's my dies, stamps, my inks. Okay, I see them. They're right here. And let me grab my little picker tool here. We're going to put one like right there. We'll put a smaller one right there. And I'm going to use another smaller one. And we'll put that right there. Now we need to do the inside real quick. And my inside might have a few splatters on it. All right, so I have Happiest Birthday, and that is actually from the Branching Out. And I'm going to use the Wishing You a Day Filled with Many Happy Moments on the inside. Look at those dies. They're just amazing. And you can actually cut that pine cone out if you wanted raised 3D ones on there. All right. I would have grabbed the wrong one had I not turned it over. I need to clean my box. Let me put this down and pick it up. There we go. And I'm going to do it in early espresso. Christy, you like both of them, huh? Yeah, it just kind of gives you a different feel to it. And this card is so simple. It's a very easy card. All right, and there we go. Oh, perfect. Okay, now I'm going to use a little bit, I'm going to use a branch on here. So I want to put a branch underneath. I'm going to use this one. Actually, do I want it underneath or above? Underneath. That's a tough call. I think I'm going to do it above here, like this. Okay. And now I'm going to come in with the little branchy pieces. I'm not sure which one I need to use. I've not used this part yet, so maybe I better stick with the one piece and just put them on individually. That might work better. And let me grab my Mossy Meadow ink. Let me shut my early espresso. And I'm just going to use the single branch here because I don't want to muck this up. So I'm just going to put, let's start up here. Trying to figure out how I can get that without going on my, maybe we'll just turn it like that. I don't want to get it on my words. Okay. That looks pretty, right? All right, now we're going to glue that. Or should we put some pine cones on it? Let's add a couple pine cones. I'm just nuts about this pine cone right now. I don't know why. I just think they always look so... I'm really into that rustic stuff, though, too. So We're going to put a little pine cone right here. Hopefully I didn't muck that up. I did get on the words a little bit, but oh well, right? It's homemade. And let's put another one. Put another one. I can have 3. I'll put another one right there. Oh, look at that! The pine cones look amazing on there. And again, I'm using 2 different sets here. We're just combining them. These 2 sets, like I mentioned, go really, really well together. So now let's take this and we're going to insert it here into our card. Just like this. Okay. And that is our card for today. You guys like it? It could even use a little ribbon on it if we wanted to add a little ribbon. If I added a ribbon, I would probably use this one here. I love this ribbon. Let's see what a bow would look like on it. My fingers are full of glue right now. Wrap that around there. Pull this. That's a wild looking bow. It looks like my eyebrow. Come on, get out of there. You don't want to be twisted. There, that's much better. I'll make it a little smaller. Let me grab my ribbon shears. We'll see how this looks on here. I love this ribbon. Do you like a ribbon or no ribbon? Ribbon, no ribbon. Anybody? Anybody? Ribbon, no ribbon? We could also put it somewhere else on here. Put it like that. Let's put it on an angle. Let me grab some glue dots. I'm going to use some glue dots for my other. Oh, I was going to tell you guys too, I did not forget about our extra samples for our paper pumpkin. I'm still working on them, quite honestly. I have been super busy. I opened up my own design business, building websites and doing social media and all of that for other demonstrators. And I have been like go, 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 go. I've been very, very busy. Ooh, I like that. That looks nice, huh? Oh, Arlena doesn't want a ribbon. Okay, Arlena, this one's for you. The comment, it's a little bit delayed. So, ribbon, no ribbon. So, well, that's what I had for you guys today. Please, please, please take advantage of some of the items that I have going right now. I am doing an online bingo, too, in November. You're going to see a post come out about that. And with that, you are going to get the infamous Nutcracker kit, as well as you'll have an option to add on either a PDF tutorial or extra card bases to make additional cards. I can give you a sneak peek. Laura and I are still working through some of the cards, but I'll give you a quick sneak peek. So these are some of the cards with the add-on card bases that you can convert your kit into. This is one of my favorites. Look at that. He's dangling in here. He could be put on a fireplace mantle. This one this one, this one, and this one, and this one. And then you get all these beautiful tags already with the sign-up fee of the bingo. The bingo is $40. We ship you this kit to your house. If you want the add-on, you can get the add-on for the card bases. We give you 4 card bases to make 4 of the cards, and then you also get the PDF for the rest of them. We only have a limited amount of kits, so Laura and I are trying to figure out how many we have between the two of us so that we know how many to put out there for all of you guys to be able to sign up. The event will be held via Zoom, and I think the date of it is, it's the Saturday or Sunday, the 23rd. I'll have to confirm with her. You'll see a post come out, and I don't have my sheet right in front of me, and I apologize about that, but it is going to be so much fun to do an online bingo. I've been waiting to do one of these forever, and it's just going to be easy, relaxing evening, and you can turn all of your tags. Like I did all of these cards and still had enough for 4 tags. Now to me, I can use the cards way more than I could use the tags. But you could do it reversed. You can make 4 cards and then do 8 tags, you know. So it's entirely how you want to customize this bingo for your own. So be looking for that. And please share some cards and stuff that you're making on my Facebook page or group. I would love to see them. I've also been making some posts in YouTube, so if you haven't seen those, head on over there. Make sure that you subscribe, and you'll get notifications. You know, if you ring the little bell, you'll get notifications of when I go live and when I add any posts out there also. Well, it's been fun stamping with you. I wish I had you all in my studio right now so we could talk and laugh and have a good old time, but today I have to come to you virtually. All right, well, everybody have a blessed day and enjoy this sunshine if you're in Michigan. It's a little chilly out today, but I think it's going to warm up pretty good. And have a blessed day, and you take care now. Bye.